I am literally an NPC. So yeah, basically what I'm trying to say here is what I'm doing right now is trying to mimic what you guys do, where I'm not actually talking, but I am. So people have an inner voice and they call it their inner voice. I don't have that. It's called a condition called aphantasia, and I also have anapluria, I believe is what it's called, or anauralia. So I can't even pronounce it, but it's a complete lack of an inner monologue or inner visual imagery. And yeah, so that's basically exactly what I suffer with, and me trying to mimic what it's like for you guys to talk inside your own heads, I guess. Okay, I think that's enough time. So basically, what I should have just read in the voiceover is the definition of something that I have that I feel like not a lot of people even know exists. And it's called aphantasia or aphantasia, however you want to say it. But something else that I suffer from that I don't really even know what to call it is a lack of an inner voice as well, meaning that I as a person have no inner voice and cannot form mental imagery as well. And it's really weird because I recently found out that that is something that doesn't affect a lot of people. Like, it's normal for people to be able to talk to themselves in their head, which to me is freaking ridiculous and absolutely insane because, from my perspective, I get told that I am crazy and I'm weird and I'm the odd person out for not having a voice in my head. Whenever in any other predicament I could ever possibly imagine, everybody else that has a voice that they talk to themselves in their head with is the odd person and the odd one out. And then I heard that people can just also form mental imagery in their head, like you, viewer, right now. Whoever's watching this, first of all, how are you doing today? But second of all, close your eyes and picture like a Corvette in it or something like that. You already did something I can't do. Now then, without saying it out of your mouth, talk to yourself in your head and tell you the color of the Corvette, what the rims look like, what the hood looks like. If you don't know what a Corvette, just another common car in your where you live. Just do that. What you just did, I cannot do, or I do not know how to do. And I've been called the odd person out or crazy for exposing that I can't do that. And the problem with that is I am at the position where I am told I am crazy for not having like the ability to do that and see those things, which makes it really difficult also because whenever you don't have an inner monologue, you're able to sit there, consult yourself, and rationalize things out before you say them. Everything that I feel like saying just comes out, which means the fact that I have been going for 2 minutes nonstops, meaning I am just firing off neurons. Like my brain is literally just firing off neurons. I'm just acting on those neurons. There is no thing in here telling me what to say next, how to say it, how to word it, or anything, which is what makes streaming really difficult. And it's partly part of the reason why I'm doing this, so I can get better at talking for extended periods of time without a break and without pausing, so I can make my streams better and more entertaining. I'm getting off topic again, but whatever comes to mind, I just say. Like people who put the name King in their Instagram titles or whatever, or their Instagram usernames, have the same energy as people named Princess or Mercedes, which is actually completely ridiculous. But I also suffer from ADHD, which is progressively, if you notice, why my speech is getting quicker and quicker and quicker, and while I'm not really messing up as much as you would think would be possible for me to talk at this pace while I'm still making sense, because my brain is fucking literally like, I make jokes about it. I'm literally a lobotomized child that can talk at like 200 fucking words per second and make complete sense about it in my mind, even though it's not even being played back in my mind. It's just like rapid fire, bam, 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 bam. See, my videos can be slow and boring, or I can sit here and you don't even have to put my videos in 2x speed because I'll literally just talk in 2x speed. But let me get off of that tangent for a second because I don't really know why I just did that and where that came from. I don't know where that came from or why I did that. And part of the reason is because that dog is barking. And fun fact, the neighbor's dogs bark all the time and it pisses me off. It's actually that neighbor's dogs bark all the time and it pisses me off because I personally just don't like dogs. I think that dogs are weird, annoying, and kind of just drive me insane. That doesn't mean I don't like dogs, but that doesn't mean I don't like dogs, if that makes sense. I find dogs annoying and I don't really like them. But if I see somebody else with a dog, it's great. But having to listen to a dog bark all the time against my volition and against my choice, and I didn't have any say in the matter, kind of pisses me off. I don't like dogs, and I don't think I ever will like dogs, and that is kind of a problem. And this is what I mean, because the worst part is I don't think anybody understands how much I have to cut my videos up because of how much I can't talk during them, because I don't really understand what is happening right now as I'm doing it. Like, my brain is literally just neurons firing off. Like, you saying, "What should I do today?" in your head, or you even saying like something in response to what I'm saying in this video in your head, I can't do that. And then people will look at me and ask me to do things like, "Close your eyes and think back to what you did a while ago." Huh? What do you mean think back? Like, I have memories of things I did, but create a mental image of something that happened in a specific moment? Like, uh, no. I just did a hairline reveal. Yeah, it's more cooked than y'all thought. I might have a more cooked hairline than Asmongold. Straight up. Anyway, moving on. That'll probably get me farmed, but I don't really care. And it's just really, it doesn't make sense to me. It's just really confusing. The confusing part that makes me feel weird is the fact that I don't have this condition that lets you have an inner monologue or see visual imagery inside of your head. And that just completely. I'm not cutting this out because I want you guys to just understand what it's like for me. Like, my brain will be going and going and going, and then it'll just stop processing, because literally my thought process of a talk or what I'm going to say next is literally just neurons firing until they click and then build the sentence in my head and say it out pre-sentence. It's like literally like, imagine you have to, because you can imagine it and I can't, but imagine you have to pre-build every sentence you say to an exact neurological firing point that is just said, okay, this is good, go. And that's what you do with it. Like, you're not able to sit there and think. But the part that's weird to me is that you are able to have that in your head. That's weird to me. The fact that you have a voice in your head and you're trying to call me the crazy one for not having the voice in my head. Like, what? The fact that you're trying to tell me that I am not the crazy one for being able to visualize imagery in my head. Like, women knowing how to do math in the 1700s was considered witchery, evil, burn her at the stake. But you having a voice in your head that you talk to yourself with to rationalize isn't witchery? Oh, like, it's the weirdest thing in the world to me that I have been, since figuring out and since talking about this with my coworkers and some of my friends, I've been demonized as like a weird, not like demonized, but I've been like pinpointed as the weird one out for this. And that is kind of strange and kind of odd that I am the problem for being the person that doesn't have an inner monologue, or I don't have a inner factory in my brain that creates visual imagery. Like, can somebody in the comments explain that to me? Like, how your brain sits here and is just able to like make things and put words and visual imagery in your head, because that really doesn't make sense. Like, if you're ever watching my streams or if you're ever watching my video and I'm literally just staring off like this, it's probably because either I have ADHD and I just hyper focused on the wall behind my computer, which kind of happens a lot, but also it's my brain literally trying to put together things to say and turning them into like sentences by literally just picking and plugging words from like a neuron firing pin basis. And it's very difficult to live with, because you get put in a situation where I am an HR problem for my job, because whatever comes through my mind, I just say it. I just fire it off. Sorry, I was drinking tea, but I'm actively drinking out of like a ribbed dildo. Can you guys see that on the camera? No. But yeah, that was basically all I had to say for this video. I just felt like doing something more personal that like I could do that like I don't know if there'll be anybody that can relate to this, but it felt good to talk about it because maybe this reaches the obscure world somewhere and somebody else can relate to me with this. But either way, that's basically all I had to say for the video. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, thank you for staying this far. I really truly do appreciate it. Anyway, that dog's barking again, and I'm gonna try not to lose my mind. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.